How's it going, guys? Bring your platoon here, and welcome back to another great set of games in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'll be playing in the new Tier 8 British heavy tank. Did I say it was a premium? It's a premium. The ERADICATOR CAERNARVON. This thing has the same gun as the standard Tier 8 CAERNARVON, and it has 280 alpha with 220 standard pen for the AP rounds, and then 252 premium pen for the APCR rounds. And then you get 47 millimeters of pen for the high explosive rounds, dealing 370? That seems high. 370 instead of 240. That could be a wrong value, though. But moving on, it also has a weirdly shaped turret compared to the standard CAERNARVON. I would say it's weaker, but it's not really. It's a weird angled thing above the gun, and it's 111 millimeters of protection angled. I don't know what the actual values are for protection on that thing, but it is, you know what, I could actually probably look it up on tanks.gg, or at least a very similar tank. Not the Centurion, the CAERNARVON Action X, I believe it's called, has the same turret as this thing. CAERNARVON Action X. Okay, let's search tanks by full list. Tier 8, heavies and UK, CAERNARVON Action X. Look at you. And yeah, it's 111 millimeters thick for that weird spot above the gun, and it is 200 and I'm just gonna say 240 to 250 millimeters of protection. It's not really a weak spot, considering if you use all the 10 degrees of gun depression, much like the standard CAERNARVON has, then that no longer is a weak spot, and nothing will pen you unless it's a tier 10 tank destroyer. But even then, it's at an angle of very high, so it won't be penned, regardless of what they're using. Your turret is still weak to tier 9s and tier 10s on the front. If tier 10 tank destroyers... oh god, I'm choking on my own spit. Decide to shoot premium at you, APCR is probably better, because this, well, I guess it really doesn't matter for this version of the CAERNARVON, simply because it doesn't have any spaced armor on the turret except for the left and right side shields that you get with this version of it, for whatever reason. Also, before I get too far into the statistics, let me just share with you the best thing about this tank. One, it's exactly like the CAERNARVON. That was unrelated. What I really wanted to say is it gets 50% silver bonus, as well as a whopping 75% crew XP bonus. Oh yeah, this thing's a fucking gem. And it also got released with like 2 other tanks. I don't remember what they are. I didn't care much for them. So, yeah, sorry about the vagueness there, but we're going to put 2 shells into this guy. Nope. Okay, maybe 2 shells? There it is, the blind shot. Always works, right? Yeah, okay. But, yeah, 10 degrees of gun depression. It's got the standard 280 alpha gun. I think it's a 32 pounder, but I could be wrong. You get 0.34 accuracy with 2.5 aim time. And it's a great tank. You can side scrape in it. You can use 10 degrees of gun depression. I keep bringing that up. I'll just stop right now. And you can just dick on anything in front of you, whether it be tier 10 or, well, I guess certain tier 10s are going to give you obvious problems because of your lackluster 220 AP penetration and 252 premium APCR penetration, but that's to be expected. You're in a tier 8 tank, you shouldn't have the penetration of a tier 9 or tier 10. But it's really all you need. And as long as you're not like facing tier 10s down all by yourself, just wait for your moment and lock down a track if you can't pen anything, and then hopefully your team will take care of the rest. It's what I've been doing, and it's been giving me some bonkers games. Especially another one I'm going to show you right after this one, where I track, I believe, a tier 10 vehicle right off the bat, and then one of my allied teams takes a bip at him, and then our artillery nukes him for the remainder of his health. Pretty pissed off that shot didn't go through, into the tracks where I wanted it to. That could have been like another grand of assisted damage there that I missed out on, but I still ended up getting a little bit more, so I guess I'm not too frustrated with that. But I was aiming at his tracks, and it somehow bounced off his turret. Sure. Thanks, game. But RNG's like that sometimes, so I guess there's really no point to bitching about it. I am going to die relatively soon in this gameplay, but I will skip right to the end for you guys because it's going to pretty much be over from that point anyway. Udez has great penetration, really not expecting for him to bounce me. I put 2 shots into him, the second one sets him on fire, he puts it out, that's a shame. And fucking Artie, the roof, the ass-end roof of this tank for your engine deck is only 17 millimeters thick. I don't know what the roof armor is for the turret, but I know it's not great and can probably be overmatched by artillery, definitely. But, yeah, just another thing to look out for. I thought I was safe from Artie in this position because I had this rock in front of me, but I failed to notice that the rock isn't tall in the place that I am. So, that's all on me. That's me being an idiot. Had to finish off the medium? No, I didn't even do that. I just got to reload first. Hopefully my team will take care of him before I get... Yeah, okay. Allied T-32 took care of it, and now I want to make sure I'm undetected when I start moving. I'm thinking if I can just get underneath that bridge, Artie cannot dick on me reliably. And that's exactly what I do, and guess what happens? Guess what I die by? It's a spoiler, it's artillery. It's fucking horse shit. But I think he shot actually over the bridge? I can't really tell because of the angle of the camera. Or was it the Borsig that killed me? Nope, it was definitely their artillery. Watch this bullshit. Ready? I put 1 shot into him. The second shot, he had to have shot either through it or over it. And if it was through it, I'm pissed off, but if it was over it, okay. He was pretty high on ground, and I would expect that to happen anyway. So, moving on, I guess I didn't need to skip ahead. The game is over. Wow, look at that. So, I netted myself... Let's just wait till the end because I honestly forgot how much it was. I think it's 4,600 with all the blind shots that I took. Okay, let's just round it up to 4,600. 1,300 plus 4,600 is what? 5,900. So almost 6,000 damage combined, and that wasn't enough for a fucking ace tanker medal, because the XP system is bullshit and makes you rely on getting kills and medals that are stupid and don't matter. But it's fine. It's fine. I made 300k for one game, and I did have a ×2 silver boost on, but this tank is fucking hilarious for making credits. On to the next game. Okay, so for this one, we're going to be on Hidden Village instead of Prokhorovka. And now, the very beginning of this is hilarious. I'm fully expecting... I fucking hate encounter battles, by the way. I keep interrupting myself, and I hate that too. But damn it, enough of the encounter battles. I can take standard. I can take... You know what? I would actually prefer to play Team Destruction 100% of the time. Don't even have to worry about your base being capped. But then I'm the idiot who goes back to base when there is none to defend. So, I guess I'm screwed either way. By my own stupidity or the team's. But moving on. This game starts off bonkers. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And also, why is my team, like, in the worst spot possible to spawn? Like, thanks, game. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not complaining, except I totally am. I have a string of games. Well, how many games have I played in this thing so far? At least 50, right? Yeah, I'm just talking to myself. I've had ×2 silver boost on for like a day and a half. This will be the second day. I now have 15 million silver. That's not a lot by any means, but I went from barely 1 million silver to 15 million silver in 2 days. Yeah, I totally don't have a life. Isn't that great? But, Jesus Christ, this thing's silver boost capability without the ×2 silver boost on, I guarantee, if you buy this tank and you're like a decent player and at least get 2,500 damage a game or something like that, maybe even 2,000, you will net yourself almost 100,000 damage a game. It's that great. I don't know what the silver earning capability is for the Ag Tiger 8.8, but it's fantastic. Alright? It's 10 out of 10 greatness, is what I'm telling you right now. It's fun to play. Like, how often do you get that combination of things on a tank? It's like, oh, you can either earn silver in it, or it has an silver earning capability like no other, but its penetration sucks dick. This thing is just okay in Tier 9 and Tier 10 games. Look at this FV215B. I'll track him, because I know I'll probably bounce off his upper plate because RNG hates me, and then I penned him through his side, and now I'm going to side scrape against him, and I don't think he can overmatch me from this angle, and I'm going to put another free shot into his track there, definitely lucky, and our IS-7 sets his ass on fire, and then what happens? Where's the artillery hit? Oh no, he just burns for a shit ton of his health. And I think we get to see him give up. Like he's looking down. Maybe? Is he looking down? I think at that point he's just like, fuck this game. Because look where his gun barrel is. He's not even looking towards the IS-7. Or maybe he is. Nope, he's not. Because if he was, really game, you couldn't give me that one more HP high roll. But like, his game is over. 1 HP arty hits are the fucking worst. All they have to do is splash you, and you die. Ugh, so bad. But I loved it. So funny when it happens to somebody else, especially when you're in a tier 8 tank and they're in a tank 2 tiers higher than you. So yeah, pretty much a big old fuck you right to them right off the bat. So I noticed a lot of their tanks are in like B9, so I feel safe doing this with the IS-7. And considering that I'm still on full health, I really don't have to worry about the arty, although they could probably one-tap me for little to no effort. I know this light tank is trying to fall back, so I'm going to put some free shots into him. Don't know what the fuck he ran into, but I get another free shot off. Do I get a third off? I don't believe I do. Does he get away? Yeah, sure does. If I loaded an APCR, it wouldn't have mattered because it just hit his tracks. But that's fine. It's fine. I get a little nervous about arty because I am detected and in a wide open space. I don't want to rush anywhere alone, especially in a tier 10 match with a tier 8 tank, because that just spells disaster for everybody. I got a tank destroyer to my right in H6, and he's trying to engage, or the Eradicator in front of me is trying to engage the Tortoise behind me, and I thought the Tortoise would be on like half health. Yeah, the Tortoise got penned once. Pretty funny. And then this Eradicator is on the reload, so I feel completely safe doing this. I'm going to track you, sure, why not, and one more shot into your tracks. Somehow that penned through his hull, because it damaged him and tracked him. And then the Tortoise, what does the Tortoise do? He bounces. He bounced off the Caernarvon. Well done. I'll just go ahead and take this kill from you, because you're clearly not very reliable. I did feel bad doing that because it's kind of a dick move, but a tier 9 tank of that caliber bouncing off that tank with its standard 258 penetration, when the lowest part on the upper hull on this tank is only around 200 millimeters thick. Like, come on, let's be real. Granted, he probably could have gotten a lower than average roll, but even then, he should have been shooting at the lower plate. I don't understand. But I do have the premium loaded, simply because I wanted this Object 705 dead. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish by doing this, but he backs up just enough. I put a shot in, and it's like, oh fuck, he's turning his chassis towards me, and somehow the shot magically flies through him and pens him. Did not expect that. I expected completely to get alpha rolled for like 850 or something. Something stupid, because that's what Russian tanks do. Russia! But, yeah. And now I'm giddy as hell. I've been having a great game. I hit the fucking building there, that's fine. Do I track this guy? Do I hit him one more time? I do. Great. Don't need premium loaded right now, but I do have it loaded for the big super heavy tank in the back, the VK7201K. And for some reason, he gives me his side to shoot at. Again, I don't know why. Magically tracks him. Because why not? I didn't get that extra pen in. Very sad for me. Do I get a shot on the M103? No, I don't believe I do. And do I bother reloading? No. Because everyone beats me to him because this tank's top speed is like 36. It's weird that it's not 34 point whatever like the Carnarvon is. Or maybe it's not on the Carnarvon. I don't know. It's weird. Or my memory is shot. Either is possible. And this is the end of the second of the third games, or the second of the 3 games I'm going to show you. The last game, of course, will be the Ace Tanker Medal, because for some reason, all this damage isn't good enough to get the Ace Tanker Medal. But 6,200 damage combined isn't good enough to get the Ace Tanker Medal. How about you go fuck yourself, Wargaming? How about you make an XP system that actually works? Or better yet, get off the XP system. Because it's stupid. But yeah, 6,200 damage combined in a tier 10 game is absolutely phenomenal. Very impressed with that. Very happy with it. Let's move on. And what's the final map? It's Kasserine. One of my, well, I was going to say one of my least favorite maps, but I don't hate it. I like going in the mid. I like side scraping at like whatever the fuck that is, E67. And I also like heading around, pretty much just staying around the middle of that little encounter area is what my go-to is for this map. Even on standard maps, that's what I do. I just stay there. Well, I follow the team, right? If you don't follow the team, you're going to get YOLO'd, and that's never fun. So I go to wherever the team is. I know where all the like key locations are, where I can use gun depression, or I can tip my tank in a certain way to shoot over ridges if I don't have decent gun depression, all that other stuff. I know where to go anywhere on the map. It just, I don't know. This map just does not sync up with me for whatever reason. But this is the map, ironically, that I get the Ace Tanker on. Why? I couldn't tell you. For whatever reason, 1,800 base XP isn't good enough to ace this thing, but 2,100 is. And what gave me the 2,100 base XP? Probably the fighter medal, I guess? I don't know. We'll get to that, though. And yes, my loadout is 22 AP, 23 APCR, and 3 high explosives, because you really don't need more than 1 clip of high explosives. And I actually use it in this game, which is kind of coincidental and funny at the same time. Because the chance that you get to use all those rounds and they actually hit what you're aiming at is pretty slim to none, actually. And I go up here, I know there's 2 arties, but I think with this rock I'll be safe. And I am relatively for the most part, because I don't believe I get artied at all. But this AMX-65T is very unfortunate that it gets spotted there. Almost tracking the M41 whatever, Brazil. And then, of course, the Challenger gets a free shot into me, which was very unfortunate. And then he just stands there for whatever reason. And this is how you counteract camping. Arties, fuck him up. There you go. Yeah, now he's dead. I don't know. I don't even know if that was Artie. It was the defender. I saw that. But that's about it. I wait for this Brazil to pop out one more time. And, of course, he does it when I go back into cover, because I'm puckering my butthole for Artie shells to start flying my way, and it doesn't happen. It only happened that once in the beginning, and then it gets dicked on by an ISU 152. So that's one less problem that I have to worry about, is getting YOLO'd by a light tank and getting half health. I should have aimed that shot. I don't know why I didn't. I'm just... like, I thought the game was over. Look at the fucking base cap timer. Like, why? Why are you fucking retards capping? And I hate using that term, but, like, there's no other term for what's going on right now. Why would people cap? It's... I get that people need to grind these tier 8 tanks to make them the best they could possibly be. I get that losing means less XP, but it's annoying. It's annoying for everyone when you have, like, top-of-the-line tier 8 tank trying to go for marks or whatever. The only idiots that care about winning all the time are the ones who care about winning it. And while I do care about it, I will gladly get more damage instead of capping out when there's like 7 tanks left on the enemy team. Are you shitting me? I would rather get more damage and die than win. Like, Jesus Christ. But this is also coming... I don't know how that one doesn't pen him. Sure, game. There we go. Track and penned him in place again, and I just saved that Pershing's life. So good on me for that. A little bit of good karma. But... I don't know. I don't know. It's just very annoying when people cap out. I don't respect them for it. And then this Pershing, of course, gets in my way for a brief moment, but that's very easily fixed. I should have tracked him on the first shot to get maximum assisted damage, but oh well. We all make mistakes, right? And hindsight is always 20/20. So that's fun. And I'm like, I'm going to go that way. Oh, wait, no, I'm not, because the team finally showed up at the base they were supposed to be defending. So that's cool. I'm really glad they reset our cap, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times to prevent it from being capped out. Very good on them. And it also secures me more damage, which I am very happy about. So I take the chance of being penned on the side by all 3 tanks here. That was really stupid, but I do get to finish off this Motherland because he's not angling, like, at all around that rock. So that's a shame for him. I do believe I use all my AP rounds here in this game, but I could be wrong. And if that is the case, then I apologize for, again, the shitty memory. Charioteer, I can put 2 shots into him and kill him, or high roll the crap out of him for 300 and kill him in 1 shot, and then I have 2 more shots for the Borsig. So I'm going to be a little risky here. I don't want the Borsig to get a side shot on me right away, so I'm going to put this Brock in between me and him. And I fired right here, and the game fucking lagged, and my trigger pull went off 2 seconds after I initially pulled the trigger. Fucking fix your servers, Wargaming. God damn it. But it's fine. I got my shells out, and I'm realizing, okay, well, nobody's coming after me, really, and I'm safe from the Charioteer because he fucked right off, and then this Borsig is coming, and I know that 47 millimeters of pen for the Borsig it should be enough each and every time. And it probably is, but I just want to make sure I maximize my rolls here because, yeah, he dicks right onto me because, of course, he's using the derp gun because he's a fucking idiot. But, oh, I get 3 high rolls into him, which was great, and then he tries to avoid being rammed by me, but nope. Just a little bit too shy there, pal. That's a shame. I planned all that out, and I executed it, and it was great. And thank God for this T-32 being here, because... Is that a Pershing or a T-32? It looks like a Pershing. Okay. But yes, the Pershing... Oh, wow, the Pershing actually followed me throughout the entirety of the game. That was pretty teamwork-ish of him. Very cool. Don't see that often. So, my first thought is, where's the T-38 prototype? Or T-28 prototype, sorry. He is either up this way, the way that I'm currently heading, or he screwed right off to, like... H7, G7, and I could stay in the base, but then he'll know where I am, so I decide to take a risk at him popping out at the last second to get to this little location where I can use some of my gun depression and hide some of my kind of prominent hatch on flat ground. So, lo and behold, we're all heading in the same direction, which is something you want to avoid during endgame situations. Although, staying together is never a bad idea, but to cover more ground, it's a lot easier to split up. So he puts a... I don't know what that shot was. I think he was just hoping to pen me because I was a one-hit, or he was just panicking. But I finish him off with my premium rounds of 252 pen, and both of them go in, and that's the game. That is a 6,000, once again, combined damage game, except the only difference now is that I killed enough tanks to get that XP boosted up to the ace tanker margin for whatever reason. And I also got Spartan and Sniper, if that even matters, and High Caliber. So, very cool. Once again, made 300k in one game, so also very cool. I had like 167 silver boosts. Decided to use them all while trying to 3-mark this tank right away, because that's just what I do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the long gameplay, well, long 3 set of games. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like my content. It really helps me out. And comment even. Would really appreciate that too. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.